everybody. Welcome to our podcast, Functional Yoga Medicine. I just want to take the time to thank you for being here and listening to our discussion. I would love to hear from you as always. So please subscribe to our podcast and really share your experience and share your thoughts with me and comment below so I know more how to drive my podcast. So today's topic is all about my love, yoga, which is one of the pillars of our 4 essential elements in the framework alkaline method that I created for practitioners as a way to enhance our patient care or client care, to provide you with all the pieces of the puzzle. We often are so separated, or things are so fragmented, that you guys are, at the mercy of the systems or the dogmas to try to figure it all out. But the alkaline method really allows you to pull it all together. And that's been the missing piece in my journey as a clinician as well as a patient. So I'm doing my best to tie all the gaps and connect the dots for you so that you can gain all of that in one place. And that's the alkaline methodology. So today's topic is all about why yoga is a powerful healing modality. So I found yoga, stumbled across it in my 20s, early 20s, and I love the practice. And for whatever reason, I didn't pursue it any more than the DVD or VHS at the time, and just kind of practiced it in between my classes when I was both in college as well as in grad school. And it was a way for me to calm my mind, but feel like, a stretch session post my real workout at the gym. And back then I was doing a lot of lifting and such prior to getting diagnosed with autoimmunity. And really, over a span of time, I decided yoga and Pilates were my choices in terms of exercising for a lifetime. So I had to give up all the heavy lifting and all the things, because not only was I getting bulky, but also it wasn't really making me feel the way I wanted to with my autoimmunity. It was having a catabolic or breakdown effect, so much so that it really started to degrade or degrade my muscles. And I didn't feel that it was productive for whatever reason. Now, I've been practicing yoga for over 30 years, as well as the Pilates. And I feel like those two in combination provides me the cardiovascular, as well as the strengthening, stabilizing, proprioceptive, as well as posture correcting and alignment enhancing things that I need for my body for health and longevity. Because at first my goal was to make shapes with my body and look like everybody else. And to be honest with you, one day I will do a handstand, a pike to handstand, and be really strong in my arm strength. Not quite there yet without the wall. But all that to say, right now I'm going through rehab myself. And we all know that a good yoga practice, all of us, allows us to walk away from it centered and more grounded within yourself, to be able to connect to your body and mind and be present and harmonious in the moment. And it allows you to refocus your priorities in a way no other exercise can, in my opinion. So as cliche as it sounds, that's what yoga does. It's a way of cultivating mind-body awareness like no other exercise or movement. And this is why it's an essential pillar of one of our 4 elements of the alkaline methodology. In our world today, truth be told, we're bombarded with so much input and information that keeps us in trance, right? Trance of busyness, like super busy and in comparison mode with everybody else on this world of social media. It has us questioning the validity of our own lives and has us seeking the ideal lives presented beautifully by the influencers on the social media. So no matter where you look, we can't help but to be distracted by the input coming from all directions, swaying and influencing us in every direction. Not to mention the social media is highly addictive. It is said to give a dopamine boost every time we check the status on Insta, Facebook, or even TikTok. And truth is that we live in such a chaos world that that demands us to pay attention to everything else while denying ourselves and our bodies. So the practice of yoga serves us to create a healthy balance in our lives, to direct our attention to what really matters, which is our own essence and our own alignment. And coming back home is what it helps us to do. And when we are connected with ourselves, it allows us to deepen our awareness to the higher consciousness that enables us to tap into the wisdom that is often inaccessible at the level that we live currently. And when we elevate our awareness, true healing is possible from the inside out versus outside in. We're all seeking in our lives. We're all seeking for something more, something better, and something different. This creates a need to look outside of ourselves. But when we seek things outside of ourselves, we miss what's truly within that needs to be awakened. Within the framework of the alkaline method, yoga, Y-O-G-A, is Y is your, O is opportunity, for G is growth, and A is for awareness. So this mind-body connection becomes automatic as you connect your breath to your movement and as you tap into the sensory system of your body and pay attention to what's happening within you. Things start to shift physiologically as your nervous system begins to adapt and flow, connected to the breath affecting the autonomic nervous system in a way that we don't typically in our day-to-day. Deep inhalation matched with a deep exhalation allows for full expansion of the ribs that encase the lungs underneath while locking the bandhas that allow for the flow and the stop of the energy, allowing all nadis and meridian energy in the body to flow, melting away all the stagnations that may have existed, which tend to keep the body sick. As the energy flows through the body, healing is inevitable as the harmony and the equanimity is created within the body, providing the opportunity for your body to catch up with your mind. Then breath is something that we don't pay attention to during our day-to-day. But in yoga, we move with the flow of the breath and learning to lock and unlock, active and relaxing through the movements and being aware of the muscles, alignment, breath, and the bandha. So what is exactly a bandha? Or it's a Sanskrit for kriya in hatha yoga, being a kind of internal mudra described as the body lock. And bandha literally means bond, fetter, or catching hold of. And there are 4 main bandhas in the body, which is 1, Mula Bandha, which is the root lock at the base, and then Jalandhara Bandha at the throat, Uddiyana Bandha as you lift the diaphragm lock with your breath, and then Maha Bandha, all 3 locks at the same time. This powerful ability to have control over your body enables you to truly expand you, to elevate your consciousness in ways no other practice can. Not only that, it can silence your mind in ways no other practice can. And this is why we incorporate yoga as an essential pillar within the ancient wisdom element of the alkaline method. It is a practice that can meet everyone where they are, as opposed to having to match what the practice requires of you. Unfortunately, though, there are many who need yoga. The most mistakenly get intimidated by the flexibility or the shapes that is made with the body and take the focus away from the inner self, which is truly the essence of the practice, to the outer self, keeping them trapped in looking a certain way or not fitting into the idea of who practices yoga. That's not what yoga is, in my opinion, my interpretation. So common comments like, I'm not flexible enough, or I'm just not good at yoga, and then you have secret body shames that keep many people from the practice itself, which is really unfortunate, as they need the practice the most. There is no self-judgment. There is no judgment or opinions of the practice. It's to enhance and elevate ourselves to a level where we can expand above and beyond all of that. So I believe that every health practitioner can benefit from the practice, as well as everyone in the world, no matter the age, ethnicity, or gender. It is truly truly healing practice that can strengthen the muscles, improve balance and proprioception, help with digestion, flexibility, stability, mind and body awareness. The best part is the potential to elevate consciousness and expand beyond the limits of our thinking brain to tap into our true potential and our inner power. So, who doesn't need a dose of self love, awareness, and confidence? The practice on the mat allows us to mirror our lives and be resilient, cultivate confidence, and tap into ourselves to live our best versions of ourselves. So, if you haven't tried yoga before or have been intimidated by it, I want you to give it a try. You'll find that it's truly informative or transformative from the inside out. So I want you to click here, click the link below to sign up for a free live training that I'm hosting on functional yoga medicine bootcamp for health practitioners. The link is below. I hope you sign up. And more importantly, I hope you find me at Dr. Connie Cheung on Instagram and TikTok, where I share a lot with you, as well as to subscribe to our podcast, as well as to comment below and share the podcast with everybody you feel would benefit from the message. Our message is simple. We want to transform the healthcare system and change generations and really stand for the change that we seek to make by self-empowering as many practitioners and clinicians, as well as patients as possible, to understand that they have this inner power that they can tap into. So thank you again for listening today. And again, I encourage you to sign up for the bootcamp. Link is below, and I will see you guys all next week.